Welcome back to My Life on a GLP-1. I'm your host, Scott Johnson. Today, we are going beyond the food noise. I have a great topic and excited to jump in. But, as always, I'm here with Sarah.
Hey Scott, always good to be back at the microphone with you. So as we get started, what do you mean beyond the food noise?
Oh, this is great. I'm talking about compulsions and impulses. So let's just jump right in. Okay, a little humility here, but something really weird happened to me the other day. I was at Costco,
Uh, oh, the beginning of every expensive story.
right? Why is it a minimum of $300? But seriously, here's the thing. I walked in, and normally my brain's radar is just pinging for the free sample stations. Where are the little sausages, sample chicken nuggets, the chocolates, and the tiny cups of juice?
Oh, 100%. It's a treasure map for snacks.
Exactly. But this time, nothing. I walked right past the taquito lady, didn't even flinch. My friend even pointed out the little cheesecakes in a cup, which is normally my kryptonite, and I just went, huh, cool, and kept walking. Instead, I spent 20 minutes staring at a cantilevered patio umbrella. I was genuinely fascinated by the engineering of it, the gear mechanism, the weighted base. And I suddenly had this thought, who am I?
The patio furniture guy? I love that. But I know exactly what you mean. It's like a switch flips, and suddenly the background noise of your brain just stops.
That's the perfect way to put it. The food noise. I never realized how much mental energy I spent thinking about my next meal, or craving a snack, or debating if I should get a soda. It was a constant, low-level hum.
Right, it's not just about hunger. It's the planning, the negotiating with yourself, the guilt after you eat something you shouldn't have. It's this whole running commentary. And it's not just the noise, it's the actual physical sensation of hunger, isn't it? It's different now.
And when it's gone, the silence is profound. At first, it's almost unsettling. You have all this free brain space. What do you do with it? Apparently, you contemplate patio furniture.
hmm Or you finally organize your junk drawer, or you remember to call your aunt on her birthday. It's amazing how much room opens up.
Have you noticed it affecting other impulses?
You mean my nightly scroll through online shopping sites that ends with a cart full of things I absolutely do not need?
That's the one. For me, it was that quick dopamine hit of buying a new hoodie sweatshirt on sale, even if I had 10 others I hadn't worn yet. That urge has been dialed way down. It seems like the noise wasn't just about food, it was about all kinds of impulsive behavior.
Totally. It's like the part of your brain that screams, ooh, shiny thing, is suddenly speaking in a polite indoor voice. You can actually evaluate if you need, or even really want, the thing in front of you, whether it's a cookie or a new pair of shoes.
An indoor voice, yes. That's it. So, with all these internal changes, how have you found the external stuff? The way people react to you?
Well, that's a whole other can of worms. It's complicated. People are definitely nicer. Doors are held open more, you get more smiles from strangers. And part of you loves it, and part of you is kind of angry about it.
Right. You think, so I wasn't worthy of this basic courtesy before? It highlights a really uncomfortable truth about how society views weight.
Exactly. But then there's the other side of it. My own confidence has changed. I make eye contact more. I walk into a room, and I'm not immediately looking for the quickest exit or trying to make myself smaller. So, maybe I'm projecting a different energy that people are responding to.
It's a feedback loop, isn't it? You feel better, you act more confident, people treat you better, which makes you feel even better. I bought a shirt the other day, a style I never would have dared to wear before, and it felt normal. It felt good.
Yes, that's a huge victory. That's what matters.
Which brings me back to my Costco identity crisis. Am I becoming a different person?
I've thought about this a lot. And I don't think so. I don't think we're becoming different people. I think we're becoming more ourselves.
This part still surprises me. I used to shop like I was hosting an entire neighborhood block party every single week. Now I stand in front of a tub of cheese balls the size of a small drum and genuinely wonder who finishes one of those before it expires.
I know that cheese ball tub.
Right? But seriously, restaurant portions look enormous to me now. The snack aisle barely registers. The bakery still smells incredible, but I do not feel the pull to stop and grab something on the way past. If you had told the version of me 3 years ago that this would be normal one day, I would have laughed you out of the store.
All that noise we talked about, the food noise, the impulse noise, the insecurity, it was a distraction. It was a fog that kept us from focusing on what's actually important, whether that's our work, our relationships, or the mechanical integrity of patio furniture.
So you're saying the person who's interested in how things work was always there. He was just busy thinking about taquitos.
Exactly. You're not a different person. You're just a less distracted version of the person you've always been. The fog has lifted.
A less distracted version. I really like that. It feels truer. I'm still me, just with better access to the rest of my brain.
Me too. Have you noticed any other compulsions that have lessened?
My favorite button online, add to cart. The online shopping addiction I had seems to have lost its allure. The urgency I used to feel is just gone. It is not that I suddenly became frugal. I stopped chasing that tiny hit of excitement that used to come from buying something I did not actually need. My Amazon cart probably misses the old me more than I do.
I know we are not alone in this reduction in our impulses, right?
This is the part that fascinates me the most. Researchers have started looking into how GLP-1 medications affect the brain's reward system, and the early findings line up with what a lot of us are noticing in real life. People report shopping less, drinking less, gambling less. Those small compulsive habits seem to get quieter across the board.
You know, it's funny. I used to love going to Las Vegas. Now, I have no interest in a girly gambling weekend. Most people assume the best part of losing this much weight is fitting into smaller clothes. That part is fun, I will admit it. But my favorite change is the peace.
Food no longer runs the show behind every decision I make. I finally have room in my head for books, podcast episodes, travel plans, photography, writing, and just living. There was an entire version of me waiting patiently behind decades of constant food chatter, and I am only now getting to meet him.
And you know what? I am thankful for that. You had the space to create this podcast and write your 2 books. So, seriously, folks, if you still have a need to add to basket, go put Scott's latest book, entitled Still on a GLP-1, in your next order. I loved your first book, but you really nailed it for those who have been on these meds for more than a year.
Thanks, Sarah. That is way too kind of you to say. I did have a book signing and author meet and greet here in Chicago last week, and it was so amazing to meet some of our listeners and so many more people along this path we are all on.
So, what is your final verdict? Are you still the same person after all of these changes and quieter impulses?
After 3 years, here is my honest answer. No, I do not think I became a different person. I think I became a less distracted version of the same one. The humor was always there. The curiosity was always there. The kindness was always there. The confidence was there too, buried underneath a non-stop conversation my brain kept having about food. The medication did not build a new personality from scratch. It just turned the volume down on the thing that had been drowning out the rest of my life for years. So, on behalf of Sarah, I'm Scott Johnson. I am forever thankful for each of you listening, and it's my turn to remind you to drop us a review or 5-star rating wherever you stream. But my final point today is this. If becoming a different person means finally getting quiet enough to hear yourself think, then I suppose I am becoming one after all. I just happen to like this version a lot more. Stay strong, keep going, and always remember to love your journey. See you next week.